Okay, this customer wants a split tail main sheet, and he wants about 1.5 meters of split tail. So let's just measure off 1.5 meters. Now we'll just put a needle in there to say that's when we want a split tail to happen. The thing is, you can have the same thickness of material before the actual split of the tails for quite some time, and that can be an area of the sheet where you can put the inner core into the outer core into the inner cores, and then decide at some point to do the split. So I'm going to come back 6 inches from the split, and that's where I'm going to start the process of pulling the inner core out. And loosen the jacket of this dual core. Okay. With a little bit of effort, you can peel back the polyester jacket to reveal the 0 UMHwPE. Okay, I'm going to pull that one out now. You may have to remeasure that again. And in fact, I'm going to make sure that the rope is fine to there. So I'm going to stop it from moving around too much. So we're pulling the inner core out. Because I heat sealed this, the end isn't giving away. A little bit of a pull, just pop off. There it is. So let's make this a little bit easier. We'll chop a bit of the bit we're going to taper off first. I'm just going to make this transition from braid to 0 a little bit neater and a bit more locked in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the braid part through the centre of the 0. This effectively makes it a lock. Go right through the middle of it all. I think I've almost found it. Pass the braid through the middle. I'm now going to pass the 0 through the middle of the braid. So effectively, we don't need that pin anymore because we've got a little lock of braid 0, 0 braid. Now we can start playing the game of the taper. So now we're going to look for the centre core of our 0 UMHwPE. Which is the chemical name of Dyneema or Spectra. Now we're going to taper this one, do our standard Christmas tree trick. I'm going to take one braid at a time out. In fact, looks like I've taken two here. Okay, so now our Christmas tree needs to be chopped. And now we're going to use our pull fid to collect that tapered outer braid and pull it through the inner white core. I'm going to try and get as close to the end as possible. Once it starts going, I'm going to try and make sure it goes in the right angle. So that's nice and tight. We need to milk that back now. And then pull the centre core together with its new outer core. Now, when we finish the taper, we can pull the inner core out. We can then do the same trick we did up here. We're going to do the same trick with these two lines. We're going to pass the black. Having pulled the white through the black, we're going to pass the black through the white. And then the white through the black. Then you have your two tails. And because we've done that little in, out, outside through one and one through the other. You don't really need to do anything else to lock it up. You could do a little whip if you wanted to, but I don't think you need to. And there's our dual core, from braid into the outer core and then split. All done.